Hey guys, well today I'll show you guys how to tune your car with the intuner. I got the Diablo 1000 and I'll refresh the tune today. Well guys, you gotta buy the tuner that's specific for your car, and then you won't have any troubles at all. So make sure you tell your performance guy, or where you buy it, what you're planning to do. If you're looking to get more power, if you're looking to get economy, whatever it is you're looking for, you got to explain to them, and they'll give you the right tuner for what you're looking for. Now, when you first buy it, it comes pretty much empty. So you have to plug it into your laptop or your desktop, whatever computer system you have. Just plug it in and it'll do everything by itself. It'll download all the available tunes for you. Might take a few minutes, might take a half an hour, whatever, but that's what you got to do. Then I like to warm up my car all the time before I tune it. It's not really necessary, but I like my car to be warm, so when I add the new tune, it's not cold, it's nice and warm, the engine, and it always works out fine. Now, see this plug? When you buy the tuner, all the hardware and all the wires come inside the box. You don't have to worry about it. This plug plugs underneath your dash and right to the tuner. You got all different types of tuners. You got the tuners that you can actually use, while the car's running, and you can see everything that's going on, and you can make adjustments while you're driving. But I don't have one of those tuners. They pretty much do the same thing. It depends what you're looking for. I don't want anything hanging on my dash, beeping or moving around. I like the sleeper look. But here we go. I'll plug this in. So I just plugged it underneath the dash and just plug it in, and she'll pop right up just like that. Now, when you first get it, what it's going to do is all the tunes that you download from the or upload from the internet is going to pop up, and it's going to give you options. So you pick one of those options. So I picked CAI 91 tune, and then you push CAI 91 tune, and it gives you options. Pretty much what you're doing is you're picking your tune, or you're making your tune. See here, I went to the Throttle Booster. I got it up as much as I can, up number 5. I'm just raising the throttle booster. Let's just see, throttle booster 20%. This is the throttle booster, is just like your throttle response. When you push the gas, the computer has a little delay from when you push the gas, because it's got to read it on the computer, then it gets to the engine. This speeds that up, so it's like you don't have an electric throttle. It's like you got a cable, so it's like direct to the engine. Push check mark. Now it's giving me other options like tire size, traction control. Traction control, you can literally turn it off. You have a button to turn it off, but it doesn't really come totally off. There's always a little bit of traction control on that you don't know about. You can completely turn it off. We're not going to do that. Now here you got transmission. Auto stick upshift, axle rating, and shift points. Now I haven't changed my axle gearing, so there's no point in going to axle rating because the car just won't run right. My shift points are raised. But it only raises it like 200 RPM. Not 2000 RPM, 200 RPM. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good, meaning, you know, not necessarily raising your shift points is going to make you faster. It actually might slow you down. So you got to look into to all this stuff. Anything you do, you got to look into it. You know, you take it to a performance place, a tuner place where guys tune it on the dyno. They'll test it out. They'll tell you what works, what doesn't work, and they'll put in the proper tune. But if you don't, not everybody's got a dyno tester at home. You got to go online, see what guys are saying. You know, look into it yourself. Look into what RPM and horsepower you get when you want it to change sooner or later. Or you can even try it out. You know, leave it, raise it, and see what happens. If you don't like it, bring it back. You know, that's how I do it. So I have it raised. Now here, you got the watt fuel and the watt spark. You know, you don't have to change it, but you add 10% of fuel, add 10% of spark is like advancing your timing. You know, it'll help a little bit if you're looking for more power. I have it 10% fuel, I have 10% spark. You know, you got to check on your tuner. Look at the owner's manual. It'll tell you exactly how it works, what it has, what you can do, what you can't do. You pick what you want, and then when you get to the end, it'll just add everything that you picked onto the tune. And that's it. See, it's like installing the tune I picked. Or it's building the tune I picked. And you can change it. Try different stuff. Like I said, you got to go on your owner's manual of the tuner. And it'll tell you what you can and can't do, what works best. And it's not hard at all. Very easy stuff. I have friends that have been mechanics for decades. And when I showed him this, he goes, "Oh man, that's like hard shit." I'm like, "Really?" And then I explained to him, you know, last night I installed a shift kit. And I didn't even open the hood. How hard is that? He started laughing, and so did I. Like, you know, it's not hard at all. This is easy stuff. Don't be intimidated. I didn't know what to expect. I thought I was going to ruin the car, or I was going to mess it up. But these things are pretty safe. Now it's asking me turn the key off. Push the check. Check. Now it's telling me turn the key back on, but do not start. Push the check mark. And it just continues writing the tune. And the last tune, it'll save all the time, which is a good thing. And that's it. It's been successfully installed. So basically what it's doing, it's giving you a bunch of options, you know. You go to your throttle, you go to your fuel, you go to your spark system. You can go to any system of the car that it has, and you can tweak it any which way you want. You can do all different stuff. You can pick and choose what you want tweaked, what you don't want touched, and then it'll make a tune and put it in the car. It's that simple and that fast. Now, there's no reason to worry. Usually, these things, you buy them for your car. Meaning, every car has its own tuner. Or every style car has its own tuner. And, it's pretty much safe. It's not like you're going to download something and it's not going to work, or you're going to blow your engine. That won't happen. You just got to read the owner's manual, and it tells you what not to do. This car, while you're tuning, do not start it. That's all. Otherwise, anything you can use and try. I've tried everything. I've even tried changing the gear ratio, which ain't going to happen unless you actually change the gear ratio. But the car is programmed differently. It's actually programmed for that gear ratio. So I tried it. I went out for a ride. The car wasn't changing the way I like. So I came back and put it back, changed it the way it was. If you change the style or the size of your tires, you can program it in here, the size of your tires, so your speedometer adjusts. You can do a lot of stuff, but mainly I use it for performance. Pretty much, it's not like it's adding a supercharger or even a cam for that matter, but what this does is actually gives you full potential of what you got, because these cars from the factory, they're tuned down so everybody can drive them comfortably. Like any old grandma can get in this car and just cruise around and it'll be fine. It won't be jumpy and it won't be dangerous. That's why they're tuned down. This just opens that up. It gives you your full potential of your car. It's not gonna, you might get a few horsepower here and there with the tuner. Nothing spectacular, but it'll run better. You will have faster times down the quarter mile. Not seconds. We're talking split seconds, but you will. And if you guys get a supercharger, you're looking to install a supercharger in your car or a turbocharger, you need to tune it. So where you buy your supercharger or your turbo, you should get the tuner from. Meaning, like, there are kits that come with the tuner, superchargers that come with the tuner. If it doesn't have a tuner, the performance shop should provide one for you. By chance, if you buy a supercharger and it doesn't come with a tuner and you don't know much about it, you're going to have to take it to a performance place where they're going to put it on the dyno and tune your car, which is a pain in the ass. They sit there and try stuff, see what works, what doesn't work, or how it runs best, and it's time consuming and usually expensive. So if you ever buy a supercharger for your car or a turbocharger, make sure it comes with its own tune, so you can avoid all the headaches and taking it to another guy who's going to tune it for you. Because if you just install the supercharger, or anything for that matter, you change the cam, you do some work, you do anything, you got to retune the car all the time. And you got to make sure you have the tune for that specific part that you added, and tune the car. Not all tuners come with those tunes. You got to make sure you ask what you're looking for. But there are tuners that you can buy, and you can download stuff off online for what you're looking for. It has everything. This tuner is pretty much for a stock car, and you just tune. It's got a few tunes that you can download off the internet, and you install in your car. So, like I said, every once in a while, you have to restore your tune. So maybe every couple months, every month, depending how much you drive your car, depending how hard you drive your car. There was a time where I used to drive the car pretty hard for a little while, so I would restore the tune weekly. And then there was a time where I didn't drive it so hard, and so I would restore it every few months. Last time I restored the tune was probably about a year ago. Now that we unplugged the tuner and we restored it, we'll start the car. And this is the best part. You get to test it out. Go for a ride, see how it runs. Well, guys, I hope I helped you in showing you how to use the tuner. If you have any questions, don't be scared to ask me in the comments. If I missed something, just ask me in the comments and I'll see if I can help you as much as I can. And I think that's it for now. We'll take the car for a ride, see how it runs.